ladies and gentlemen, let's do this. Call to order, Diamond Head Water and Sewer District meeting, excuse me, of February 8th. Can all that can and willing to join me in the Pledge of Allegiance? I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. All right. Ms. Tony, would you please take roll?
Chairman Brian Griffith,
Here.
Vice Chairman Louis Ertel,
Here.
Treasurer Mark Bisecker. Mr. Bisecker's absent. Commissioner Arlen Griffey
Here.
and Commissioner Eric Nolan. So absent.
All right.
Thank you.
Let the record note that we do have 3 in attendance representing quorum, and we'll move ahead with the agenda as presented to us in our respective packages. With that point of order, on item 2, I'd ask for a motion to approve the agenda as submitted with one amendment. Agenda Amendment 9.1 to new business, specifically motion to approve the abandonment of utility easement for construction on property located at 9616 La La Way, Phase 2, Unit 4, Block 3, between lots 61 and 81, per the Diamond Head Water and Sewer District Water Use Ordinance, page 10, section 981.
So moved with amendment.
Commissioner Griffey moves to approve with amendment. Do I have a second?
Second.
Commissioner Ertel seconds.
Mr.
All in favor of
Chairman.
approval of this action signify by saying aye.
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 Aye. And the motion is approved, and that is the agenda we'll operate under this evening. I'm sorry?
While we're amending the agenda, we would ask that you add an executive session to discuss litigation regarding the Public Service the Kiel Water and Sewer District.
All right. Did you hear that, Commissioner Ertel?
I could hardly hear it.
So let me repeat it. So the attorney has asked that before closing this action with the existing agenda, that we would add one additional item, which would be to go into executive session to discuss legal matters, specific association to the matter pending with respect to the Kiel Water and Sewer District approaching us on
Okay.
boundary conditions.
Yeah, I understand.
Okay? So with that amendment, do the two of you carry your motion and your second?
I do.
Yes.
All right. So once again, with that amendment of the amendment, we'll ask for closure of this action and proceed on this agenda. All in favor signify by saying aye.
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 Aye. And that motion again is approved. Public comments, any this evening? Ms. Tony?
Yes, sir.
Item 4, seeking a motion to approve the minutes from our last regularly scheduled meeting on January 25th as submitted in the package. Can I have a motion to approve?
So moved.
Commissioner Ertel motions to approve,
Second.
and Commissioner Griffey seconds. All in favor of approval's action signify by saying aye.
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 Aye, and that motion is approved, and please file accordingly. Section 6, moving into construction engineering project, 6.1, specifically sewer improvements.
Chairman, you skipped the manager's report on 5.
That must be subconsciously because he told me he was not able to present paper copies of this, and we'd have to hear him call it from the cuff.
Well, then we don't want to hear it, right?
Well, then I'll back up. Thank you, sir. So, General Manager's report. General Manager.
Thank you, sir. So we'll start with the elevated water tank project. The engineers are currently preparing the closeout paperwork for that project, and expected closeout should be by next board meeting. Altitude valve at that site, the plans are complete, and we are requesting to advertise.
I am present.
And I am is Commissioner Nolan.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Thank you, Commissioner. Noted.
So on altitude valve, we'll be requesting for permission to advertise for bid. Bid opening is scheduled for March 15th, 2024. On the water system improvement project phase.
Can I stall you 1 second?
Yes, sir.
Just for courtesy to Commissioner Nolan. Commissioner Nolan, with respect to where we are on the agenda, we're in the General Manager's report.
Wonderful. Thank you, sir.
Okay, go ahead. David?
Yes, sir. So on the water system improvement project phase 2, we received the revised as-built drawings and are reviewing them. We're still holding the retainage until all items are delivered to the district, which the retainage is $133,000, and expected closeout packages to be presented in the next board meeting. We're waiting for a release of lien from the contractor. Water system improvement project phase 3, the contractor is working this week to cut, cap, and abandon a valve on Ewa Court off Lanai Street, and to correct some lighting issues in the Pelican Cove area of Hilo Way. Project will be closed out once these items are complete. Sewer system improvement project Basin 13, 16, and 17. The contractor is working to complete the two 15-inch lines along Kapalama Drive, which should be completed in the next few weeks. We kind of had a rain delay on some of that work. The contractor is performing repairs to the asphalt and subgrade of Pocock Way, where we had a ditch to kind of give way a little, and we'll be redoing that whole ditch line. Once these items are complete, we will begin working on punch list items to include sodding the yards. The project is now at about 92% complete. We do have an abandonment of utility easements, which was added at the last minute for 9616 La La Way. Legal description phase 2, unit 4A, block 13, lot 61 and 81. We have determined that easement is no use to the district now or in the foreseeable future, and I recommend abandonment. Drainage ditch Colo Court is still holding its own, and the MDOT roundabout project, the contractor has installed the sewer piping and services. The compaction test is scheduled for Friday, tomorrow. Newly installed sewer piping passed the testing, the mandrel test, the line lamp, and the pressure test. We still need to vacuum test the manhole, and if all passes, we're scheduled to start concrete paving in that area next week, depending upon the weather. Some highlights from the maintenance department: we installed 30 sewer cleanout castings. 1 sewer backup was tended to, 1 water service line repair, 1 new water and sewer connection were installed, 3 new hydrants were replaced, 3 old hydrants were replaced with new ones, and 1 after-hours response. Some additional items: the GIS integration and maintenance is still underway. We're still adding some improvements to that project. Subdivision plan reviews: we are still reviewing the Diamond Head Lakes Phase 2, which is actually a redesign. And we have the Preserve Phase 2 in review. Plans have been reviewed, and engineering comments are coming in the next few days, which we'll do our review internally after that and send it back to the contract or the engineer. Lift Station 26 drawings are in the design phase for sewer pumps and panel upgrades. And that's all I have for now.
Commissioner Ertel, any questions or comments for the report?
No, sir.
Commissioner Nolan?
No, sir.
Commissioner Griffey?
No, sir.
I just have one. It's a very general question. Dave, on the updates regarding the GIS integration, can I assume we'll get something of a presentation of the improved capacity that'll be rendered by
Absolutely.
that finished integration?
Absolutely.
At some future point?
Sure, be glad to.
All right, thank you. Great report, thank you.
Thanks.
Okay, now, moving to where I was obviously moving too fast, we'll move to number 661, sewer improvement phases 1 and 2, basins 13, 16, 17. 61A specifically seeking a motion to approve Seymour Engineering invoice number 8995 in the amount of $44,050 for the time period of December 24th, 2023 through January 20th,